Tonight, trouble in the tropics. This as Tropical Storm Bonnie heads toward the Atlantic coast. Heavy rain, possible flooding, and less than ideal driving conditions for people across the mid-Atlantic this holiday weekend. That storm's still well off the South Carolina coast. It is expected to make landfall sometime Sunday. Right now, things at Hampton Roads remain quiet. You can see downtown Norfolk from Tower Cam 10 right there on the upper left-hand side of your screen. In the lower right is video from the Myrtle Beach Boardwalk. That area already seeing rain, big waves, and it's only expected to get worse in both places over the next 24 hours. Meteorologist Ashley Baylor joins me now. And Ashley, what exactly does this tropical storm mean for Hampton Roads and for people going to be hitting the roads this holiday weekend?
Well, obviously, if you haven't noticed, the farther south you go, the worse it is definitely going to be. And I know actually quite a few people that were heading towards Myrtle Beach this weekend may want to kind of hold off on that decision. Now, for us here in Hampton Roads, if you're staying closer to home, it's really not going to be a huge deal for us. The worst of Bonnie is really just going to be the rain, and we are going to be contending with rain associated with Tropical Storm Bonnie starting on Sunday, continuing through Memorial Day and all the way into Tuesday and possibly Wednesday of next week. As we take a look at Tropical Storm Bonnie on our satellite and radar composite here, the center of Bonnie is still about 130 miles south-southeast of Charleston, South Carolina, but you can see the outer band of Bonnie, all that rain that is pushing on shore. They've been dealing with quite a bit of rain throughout the day up and down the South Carolina coastline, and now the rain is pushing farther inland closer to Columbia and eventually on towards Spartanburg and Greenville. Now let's put a track on Tropical Storm Bonnie. It has strengthened slightly. We just got an update from the National Hurricane Center. Winds are now sustained at 45 miles per hour. However, Bonnie is still stationary, not really moving out in the Atlantic. However, we expect movement to start relatively soon. So as Bonnie approaches the South Carolina coastline, she is expected to make landfall somewhere between Beaufort and Charleston, South Carolina, Sunday morning, most likely closer to the midday hour. But then what happens is that Bonnie will obviously lose a lot of strength and then kind of hug the coastline over the coming days. So there we are Wednesday at 8 o'clock, winds at about 30 miles per hour as an area of low pressure. And you can see that big shade of blue. That is what we call the cone of uncertainty, meaning that the center of that low can really go anywhere in that shade of blue. So it could come as far north as D.C., possibly into Hampton Roads, or move farther out to sea. So we are going to be watching Bonnie over the next several days. We are going to be dealing with on and off rain showers. We'll actually check out your rather wet 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Ashley. You know, this is definitely a good time to download the WAVY weather app. It'll give you a detailed forecast on when the rain will likely hit our area this holiday weekend. And the best part, the app is free for all Apple and Android users.